Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your daily tarot reading. Thank you for joining me in today's reading. I will be using the Universal Weights deck as well as the Starseed Oracle deck. And please remember to take what resonates out of today's reading and to leave behind whatever does not. So let's find out what energies you will be dealing with today. So the first card we have is the Chariot card, and the Chariot card could be showing some Cancer energy that you are working with. So you could be dealing with a Cancerian on this day. The next card we have is called the Death card, and the Death card is usually associated with Scorpio in the tarot. So you could be dealing with the Scorpio on this day. And finally, we have the Six of Wands. And so wand energy, that is fire sign energy. So that is showing that you could be dealing with a Sagittarius, a Leo, or even an Aries on this day. At the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Wands. So that's more fire sign energy. So Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. Okay, so the King of Wands is, with the King of Wands, this is really showing somebody who is very confident, somebody who is very creative, very fiery, very passionate. This is not a person who holds themselves back. This is a person who knows how to express themselves and is able to present themselves in front of a lot of people, is able to persuade a lot of people, but is also somebody who's highly respected. The King of Wands can also sometimes show up as somebody who's very honest. So with the King of Wands energy showing up, I'm really seeing this being a day where it's like, if that is you that is showing up as the King of Wands, I'm seeing you being in your element, really. This is all about being a master of your creativity, your passions, and being able to express them and present them to many people on this day. And you are highly respected and kind of sought after for your opinion, for your wisdom, for your leadership. Okay, and then with the Chariot card, that is all about a card that is going somewhere. So this could be about a move. If that resonates with you, it's possible that on this day, this is showing a move that could be taking place, but it's also about moving forward in a situation and moving past any obstacles, being able to succeed in a path that you are going on. So this King of Wands, that is somebody who is very expressive. This is someone who's very enthusiastic about their ideas or anything that they have created. It's somebody who's very daring and is also not afraid to take the risk in order to get to his goals. This is somebody who's very bold, and this is also someone who's very well respected, someone who is very capable of achieving quite a lot of the ambitions that they do have, and that they are very optimistic and enthusiastic about, that they do go after. So with that energy over here showing up, it's showing that you are very this could be you, and you're very optimistic at this time. You're in high spirits, and it's possible that you're feeling very fired up to go after some kind of a goal, and you have all the enthusiasm, you have all the energy that is necessary. Of course, you have all the creativity when you are the King of Wands. That is all about having the boldness, having the self-belief to really go after what you want. So that is a very fired up kind of energy coming out right off the back. And then the Chariot card is all about moving forward. So sometimes it can be literally a move that can be going on. So for anybody that resonates with, it could be that this is symbolizing some kind of a successful move on this day. But the Chariot is all about moving forward and moving past any obstacles in your way. It's a very ambitious kind of energy that is coming out with the Chariot card. This is a very determined and motivated kind of energy that's coming out with this Chariot card. So if this is in love, this is also about being bold and being daring and really having that confidence to take the first step to initiate any kind of relationship, or even in any other situation. This can have to do with any career goals, any work goals, any kind of relationships in outside of romantic relationships. This is all about being able to take the lead in that, because you see something, you believe in it, and you really believe in what it could be. And so this is all about having the determination to make it work, and also having the motivation to make it work, and really taking control and taking control of the rails in order to move the project, the relationship, or the vision that you have with that King of Wands forward. And then the Death card is all about transformation. So this is very similar to Scorpio energy, which has to do with death and rebirth, which is transformation, taking something and basically letting it go, or having to be able to sacrifice one thing so that something better can grow. So the Scorpio is also associated with the rising of the phoenix from the ashes. So with the Death card, that is showing an ending, but it is also showing some kind of a change. So something else, something transitioning, and it is transitioning into something better, something stronger, something more solid. So with that Scorpio card, I'm really seeing some kind of a release that occurs as well, but also something new taking its place. So that's also indicating a change that takes place on this day, as well as an ending in some way. So that could be referring to perhaps taking the lead and taking the initiative in, let's say, a relationship, means that it's the ending of what the relationship once was, so that a new title to the relationship, a new dynamic in the relationship can take its place. And that can even mean, if you are determined in work, let's say, to go and perhaps put forward a new idea, start a new project, or choose a different strategy to achieve a goal. It could be about the old way of things working out, falling away, and then a new outcome coming about in its place. So there's a change, and that can be a change for the better with the Death card, because when something dies, it is something that was possible for it to die. So it was not going to be to carry on for very long anyway. So this could also be showing some kind of a change for the better with the Death card. And then with the Six of Wands, that is also symbolizing a change being for the better, because with the Six of Wands, that is a triumph kind of a card. That is a victory. That is actually a message of you succeeding. This is more confirmation about the energy that you start with that Chariot card, being able to be ambitious and move forward and get past any of the obstacles that come up in your way, being able to move through them and continue going, and seeing you coming out on the other end of that journey that you are going on as the Six of Wands energy. And that is all about success, that's all about triumph, that's all about a victory, and other people see that in you, and it looks like people can actually really congratulate you, people can be happy for you. That Six of Wands energy can even be about being famous. So if you are working on something, that can be showing that it's putting you at a higher status where you can have a lot more respect. A lot of people are really noticing you, and it looks like a lot of people are also admiring you. And so this is a very victorious kind of a journey, starting from the King of Wands, which is where the vision was created, the Chariot, which is where the motivation and the drive and the determination really pushes you forward, and then the Death card, which is what is really fueling you to continue this journey, because on this journey there is a change, there's a transition, and that is a transition for the better, so that you can keep going. And it looks like on the other end you come out as the Six of Wands energy, which is all about success, which is all about victory, and all about status, all about winning over the crowd. If that resonates with you, this is all about things working in your favor. So let's find out what message the Starseed Oracle deck has for you. Okay, so the card that came out for the Starseed Oracle deck is this card over here, and it says, I remember. Soul plan. The fated life versus the destiny life. So this card of the Starseed Oracle deck, called I Remember, is actually all about being at a crossroad. This is all about having to make a decision, coming to a point where you have to decide if you would like to continue going on a road that you are more comfortable with, or to embrace a new path or a different path that might be less traveled, but it is more in alignment with your destiny. So I'm getting that this card, the Starseed Oracle card, is message related to the Death card. So with the Death card, that is all about some kind of a change, and it is in the middle of two cards that are really moving and traveling forward. So with the Chariot card, that's all about a journey, and with this person in this card, they are moving forward on a chariot. And then with the Six of Wands, this is also showing somebody who is moving forward on a horse. And so in between that is the Death card. So it's possible that with the Chariot card, and it being a card that has to do with Cancer, so it being associated with Cancer, and Cancer also being about home, and home being some kind of a comfort zone for many, it's all about maybe you reach this point on your journey, or on this day when you are trying to take the lead to change things. Thoughts might be creeping up, and that may be kind of making you a little bit hesitant about making a change and stepping out of the comfort zone and what is more familiar to you, and continuing to go forward. So it's possible that the success could maybe scare you just a little bit with that Death card, but that I Remember Starseed Oracle card is all about being brave enough to choose the road that is less traveled, and being brave enough to give it a chance to see how it can play out, and so that you can move forward on that road instead of sticking to the one that you're more comfortable with and has become so familiar to you, and being able to walk that different path, the one that you had in mind, that you may have always wanted to go on with this King of Wands. And on this day, this is an opportunity to actually embrace and go down that path. So if you do choose to embrace a path that is perhaps new to you, but it's something that you may have really been kind of drawn to, it may be something that you have wanted to explore, to try. If you do go down that path, which is less traveled, it looks like what comes out on the end is something that is more aligned with your destiny. So it could be that perhaps you would like to continue on a path that is more familiar to you and more comfortable, and that's fine. That just means that the timing might be a little bit off. But if you do embrace that new path, it looks like it leads you to this path of destiny. With the I Remember card, it's all about moving into the path that might be a little bit unfamiliar to you. It might feel like it is uncharted territory for you. But this card, the message is that it requires a lot of courage and a lot of faith. But if you do continue to try to embrace a new path, and that could be in terms of your career, a change in a new relationship, or a difficult decision that you have to make, It looks like it can lead you to this victorious kind of energy, which is the Six of Wands energy. So that is the message that I'm getting with the Starseed Oracle deck card called I Remember, and these 4 other cards. Okay, so it looks like this is a day that is quite important. So there's 2 major arcana cards that are coming out. So this could be a very important day. It's all about remembering your soul's greater plan and surrendering to it if you do choose to embrace that new direction. Is a certain sign that you're facing your soul's greater plan whenever that Starseed Oracle card comes out. Okay, so that is the message I am getting for you for today's message, Sagittarius. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will speak to you in tomorrow's reading. Bye, Sagittarius.